iDiski Times, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
DStv powered by World Sports Betting. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Golden Arrows 0. Or the other way around, home team Golden Arrows 0. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, DStv Premiership on a Wednesday afternoon. A missed penalty by Michael Gumede towards the end of the game. Not too eventful at the beginning, but of course it came into life in the second half a little bit. Tso Vilakazi, the former Mamelodi Sundowns forward. Decent game in the second half. It was a boring first half, really. There weren't too many opportunities to talk about. Michael Gumede missing an opportunity for an equalizer, missing a penalty. Maybe let's start there. Why would you allow a player, if first touch here, would be a penalty?
Justice, Junior, Drake, and Bulsa and Namakas, then support Andile DStv. So, we're jobbing Jalang Chiga foot. You know, these are the questions that I always ask myself, as a former player and now being a coach. You know how important it is, as a player, I came in with the confidence. Yeah. So I don't understand why and his technical team, they allowed Gumede just to come in his first touch by penalty. I don't know. Maybe he's the player who's taking penalties and no one else, but it's worrying me. It's worrying me a lot because
just on what you've just said, I know he takes penalties. If Nox Mutizwa was not there, which he was a substitute for Nox Mutizwa, he takes penalties. But knowing what you guys know, there's Mamelodi Khanye there, one of the only 4 or 5 players who've scored 100 goals with PSL. Where he has and Enzayo, he scored 100 goals, over 100 goals with PSL. Mamelodi Khanye, they would know if there's a penalty incident there, it should not be your first or second or third touch for a substitute player, and that's why maybe he missed a penalty. I
don't know why it has to happen like that, because I mean, Usema played, Maputi played, Ukano played. Yeah. They know very well when you come in, especially when you're gonna take a penalty, you must have that confidence, you know. So we are going to commit first penalty. I don't. It's because because you don't know what that player is gonna bounce back in the next game or because when you miss a penalty of first touch, definitely sure confidence will go down. So now whether the giving him that confidence as a technical team, we believe in you to get score a penalty, but. I think it's too risky. Yeah. What they did with Bamligas at that penalty.
Talk about the penalty incident. Me and you disagree about it. Yeah. I say I take it and I don't take it. 50-50. On a different day, a different referee would not have given it. But on this day, Victor Gomez gave it. Yeah. Now, leading up to that incident, there was something else that I thought was a penalty too, and then this one I thought maybe that's a penalty. And with Victor Gomez, what happened was that he actually gave it a thought. He thought about it, and I like that about referees. Take your time. He was moving away from the action, and then he came back. What he penalty? And you disagree with that?
From Gimme, I don't see it really as a penalty, because one, you look at the intention of a player. Yeah. What was his intention? His intention would win the ball, and that's what Umudao did. You won the ball. Yes.
At the same time, there was a clash.
There was a clash. Yeah. But now, the one thing that that I think he missed is a good thing. Before that clash, his body language allow to continue that action of the ball in his position as going forward, or the position of the ball was on the side where I doubt the way he was about clashing a corner, he was gonna go to that ball and win it. And another thing is Umuda Mabamile Ganjalo bazo clasher. Umuda won the ball with his leg. So that's why I'm saying, for me, that's not a penalty, because his body language Mabatlasha Bapegana straight way 2. Second is his intention is to win the ball. Did you win the ball? Yes. So why do you say it's a foul? But yeah, we can argue and say, but for me now, yeah, we know Nigile, and I'm saying again, justice yenza ke justice lapha lokuthi kungabe i-goal because I believe it was a penalty.
All right. Back to the game itself. Boring first half, not too bad in the second half. Really, Mamelodi Sundowns. Yes, things happened when Golden Arrows was chasing the game. It opened up, but up until the point where Sirino scored the goal, there were not too many saves by Maximilian Baeva, the goalkeeper, with Golden Arrows, and even with Kalalaga Onyango. There was not really too many saves. Overall, how would you summarize this game?
Yeah, Nkulego, you know, that's where a team you look at the pound to pound when it goes to players. Uguti, which players are superior to the other one.
Yeah.
And you could see Sundowns, yes, the game was not good. Game where we'll say is an exciting game, attack this side, Chawipali, save and whatsoever. It didn't happen. But now the difference comes to players now. That, you know, pound to pound, the experience and how they push themselves in the game. Sirino, Ubonisil, I mean, look at the touch, Villa, that peg heel, and against Uchali, first time, yeah, now Sirino put it. So look at these players. It tells you the experience and it tells you the quality of Uguti. You know, sometimes you don't need coaching, but the quality of the players that you've got, they just apply their minds in the game, and then it happens for Sundowns. So that was the difference between the Arrows and Sundowns, is the superiority between the players. And Sundowns, I mean, they've got a very balanced team. It's only the technical team where they don't get it right in terms of players about Fagai. But they've played well. I see Sundowns winning 1-0 if it's not going to be a draw. And I thought a penalty is going to be a draw. But, you know, after that penalty, I mean, I could see Guti, 1-0. So, yeah, it's good for Sundowns. Gulerani, PSL, Guti, I was told I concede. They've won the game 1-0. And I just hope they will give Sirino time. I'm man. You know, Sirino, but if he start the game, he doesn't finish the game. So Angene or Idas on Gena second half. So it's worrying. And again, why Ukutumela has to finish the game? You've got to Kapinga. Kapinga can play Lapana as a right winger. Then Kapinga Lapana, Uyagele no Lontuzana no Ufagumayema Lapaya. Boy to support Shalule today. He's like he was off. He was off because there was no supply to him, and because he was isolated. He said, these wingers, they should to come closer to him, no Villa, but they were not doing that because it's announced that wing backs. So if those wing backs they go up, it means Ukutumela no Villa was supposed to come closer to who? To Shalulil. So that any ball that goes to Shalulil, then they're just next to him. But, you know, it didn't happen. And I like this boy, man. I think they just need to give him more time in the game. And he's going to be one of the best midfielders, Domingo. And it's announced they've got a very bright future in that midfield because you still have Kulisi that he can do the job. Uchal is always the best. You know, Uchal is one player that because what I expect always does that. You know, so well done for Masandawana. Kabuyelo.
Kabuyelo Masandawana. There you go. Another player that I picked up as well, who maybe in a different team with quality players around him, Undwandwe. Midfielder, Golden Arrows. Left-footed players always look elegant. If you remember Roger Fetumba or Shakes Kungwane, most of the time left-footed midfielders, they always look beautiful when they have the ball. Shout out to Undwandwe as well. Hopefully you can pick up and stable performances this season, and then you can earn yourself a move as well. iDiskiTV, Diski Times, and World Sports Betting. Thank you so much for watching.